Welcome to True Crime TV, your source for in-depth analysis of crime activities and international laws related to terrorism charges and legal proceedings. Here, we delve into the complexities of criminal cases, examining the evidence, legal arguments, and potential outcomes. We explore the international legal framework surrounding terrorism, investigating the definitions, charges, and procedures involved in prosecuting these cases. Join us as we dissect high-profile trials, analyze legal strategies, and discuss the implications of court decisions. We aim to provide informative and engaging content that sheds light on the intricacies of the criminal justice system and the fight against terrorism. Whether you're a legal professional, a student, or simply a curious viewer, True Crime TV offers a platform for informed discussion and understanding of these critical issues. Thanks for joining us today, and stay tuned.
Meanwhile, Simon Ekpa, the Biafran agitator facing allegations of terrorism-related activities in Finland, may spend the 2024 Christmas and New Year holidays in detention. Now, Mikko Laaksonen, a top public official in Finland, noted and explained that the country's legal system does not permit bail. Simon Ekpa, who is a Finnish citizen of Nigerian origin, says he leads a faction in exile of the indigenous people of Biafra, a group agitating for a breakaway state in southeastern Nigeria. Now, Mikko Laaksonen, a senior detective superintendent at Finland's National Bureau of Investigation, has disclosed that the Finnish criminal procedure measures do not recognize bail procedure. Speaking recently to the Punch online, Laaksonen explained that Ekpa may not enjoy freedom this year. Now, today, being December 2, Premium Times inferred that Ekpa will remain imprisoned until May 2025, when he is scheduled to face trial at the district court at Päijät-Häme in the northern European nation. When asked if Ekpa's charges were bailable or if the prosecution was disposed to releasing him on bail, Laaksonen replied, and I quote, "Finnish criminal procedure coercive measures do not recognize bail procedure. Our procedure is based on, depending on the case, remand or travel ban as coercive measures for limiting freedom of movement for persons suspected of offences to which such measures are applicable." You do know that Ekpa was arrested in November in Finland, subsequently sent to prison by the district court of Päijät-Häme for spreading terrorist propaganda on social media. Nigerian authorities have been demanding the extradition of Ekpa, a dual citizen of Finland and Nigeria, for prosecution, but is yet to be seen if the wish of the African country will be granted.
Mr. Petanoski, let's head on to Simon Ekpa. It's in the news, so anybody who has a grasp with it, it's your business, but we have to talk about it. Apparently, Punch has been reaching out to the Finnish government, trying to find out an update on Simon Ekpa's detention within the Finnish custody. There are a lot of talks. Some are saying that Simon Ekpa is back home relaxing, but we were expecting to see him. I don't know if you watched on social media the declaration of the Biafran states, where they called out the 40 states. He wasn't there.
It was a scam. It was a...
Let me lie.
It was a skit. It was a skit.
It wasn't a skit. We saw people travel there en masse, trying to show support for it. Today is December 2nd. So this is the official day for declaring Biafra.
He told you that he's a content creator.
Well, as a content creator, you would divest your time, you would take away people's time, take away people's funds. You saw the conglomeration of persons that came, Nigerians and Southeasterners that came from all over part of the world to converge. Are you saying that meeting was not real? Was not genuine?
From where?
That convergence we saw was not real? The declaration we saw was not real?
The only Biafra that was declared was the one that Ojukwu declared in 1967.
You don't recognize the one that just transpired now?
You cannot declare a country two times. Understand me?
That's basically what IPOB is saying.
You cannot declare a country two times. Ojukwu declared Biafra May 27, 1967.
Okay, but with what it stands now, right now, they've made an official declaration. The Biafran United States of USB has been declared.
Where?
And obviously, today, being December 2nd, made it quite official.
Who is the president?
In Finland. What do you mean, who is the president? Didn't you see the Prime Minister, the President, the Chief of Staff, the Secretary? Didn't you see all the staff members there? You didn't watch it?
I'm too busy for that.
Okay, fine, Mr. Nosuke, you say you're too busy for that. Well, here is the thing. A lot of people were expecting to see Simon Ekpa there. Possibly, maybe he's been off, he's been out of the custody of the Finnish government. But the Finnish government is saying they do not believe in bail. According to Mikko Laaksonen, who is a top public official in Finland, he explained that the country's legal system does not permit bail. And we heard that he's going to appear in court next year by May 2025. So if he has struggled to gain all of the supports, amass the supporters he has amassed and all, he's officially not there to, flag it off. What would you say to this whole thing?
That shows that it's a scam.
You keep saying scam. We saw persons. People are even calling to say that they were actively there, but there were states that were mentioned. The crux of the matter is this. States were mentioned. And some of these people who are in the states say they no longer belong. They're not Biafrans. And that consultations were not made before they were declaring their states. A couple of people think that...
Which states were mentioned?
They mentioned, I think, Edo, one of the states in Edo. Also, there are some states that were mentioned that are not pure Igbo states as states within the Southeast, the 5 states that makes the Southeast. They've declared 40 states. They went to the old map. They used the old map.
Nigeria has 36 states and they declare 40 states.
Yes, they declared 40 states. Which means
Algeria and Morocco and so on, that will be part of it.
What? We're starting to say this is not funny.
That it is a skit.
It's not a skit. You're saying the skit. People believe in the Biafran dream, and it makes no sense.
Excuse me.
Mr. Peter Noski,
nobody believes in Biafra more than me.
Okay, so are we saying now that
Biafra means can-do spirit?
Yes,
that's what Biafra means.
Okay,
nobody believes in that more than me.
All right.
So what they are doing is scam. They are not Biafrans.
Okay,
these are idle people that have nothing to do. They maybe, as I said, I didn't watch it. I didn't watch it.
You make ridicule of the dream. Do you know a lot of people that of the
dream?
Biafran dream, of the Biafran hope? Do you know how people way back home are actually looking forward to this declaration? Let me tell you something, Mr. Peter Nosike. A couple of critics believe that the persons who are after or supporting this dream are deluded or delusional. A couple of people think they've been brainwashed. Do you think that the way they're going about it exhibits or disposes that they're brainwashed? Do you think the method through which the Biafran dream is being done or handled, it's not going according to process and has become a thing of ridicule? Because if you hear what critics are saying, just like you called it a skit, you called it a scam, you called it something that's unrealizable. But there are persons who look forward to this, who are hopeful of achieving this because of all they have gone through.
Do you know that I pity these people? Biafra does not mean a geographical space.
Okay.
Biafra does not mean a geographical space. Biafra is a state of the mind.
Okay.
Biafra is a state of the mind. As I say, Biafra is can-do spirit. Biafra is spirit of survival. Biafra means the ability to squeeze milk from stone, which is what the Igbos are known for.
All right.
Which they are doing in every part of the world.
All right.
Understand me? So it does not mean a geographical space.
Okay.
So nobody should be deceived. Nobody should be denuded. Simon Ekpa is a terrorist. He's a criminal.
The court has not declared him a terrorist, though. The Finnish court has not declared
him a terrorist. You are just talking of Christmas and New Year. You've not added Easter.
Which is next year.
Which is next year.
I'm just saying that the Finnish court has not given any conviction whatsoever.
I know.
So you calling him a terrorist is just your own summation, not necessarily from the Finnish court.
The trial is in May.
Exactly. He's to appear in court in May 2025.
But Easter comes before May.
Exactly.
Which means he's also going to spend that Easter in prison.
I am just saying, Mr. Peter Anosike, compared to here where judgment is given before the due process is concluded, that no court has called him a terrorist. So, let's know how we're describing this whole ordeal. But here, this is the thing. In Finland, for example, there is no bail measure for the kind of case that he's been undertaking. The investigation is ongoing.
Anywhere in the world cannot be. It's not.
So what does that portend? He cannot be in custody up until May 2025 if whatever evidence they have against him is not stringent or strong enough. Because they say they have two types. It's either you're granted bail, but you're going to be under house arrest. You don't have to travel anywhere, which is what a lot of the supporters were expecting would happen, where he'll be possibly put under house arrest, but he will not be liable to travel anywhere. for him to be in the custody till next year, this actually is a very serious case. So where does that place him? And while the Biafran government is being declared in Finland, how will this contribute to his release or possibly exonerate him from whatever it is he's been accused of?
So for me, there are strong evidences against him. Understand? Because where he claimed responsibility for killing of Nigerian soldiers. We saw where he claimed responsibility for killing of Nigerian police. The Nigerian soldiers was in Abia State, in Aba. The Nigerian police was in Nsoka, Enugu State. He claimed responsibility for, and this is what terrorists do.
There are allegations that sometimes he posts some pictures on his ex account that are not real pictures. Ekpa was taking responsibility for some of these incidents, but in reality, he was not the one behind it. Could this have just been a way of trying to show some form of strength to his supporters?
For me, he is claiming responsibility. You cannot claim responsibility for what you are not
guilty of.
No, behind.
Okay.
Understand me? So he claimed responsibility of that.
All right.
And he will be judged based on that. But I'm not even happy that he is in Finland.
Okay, why?
Finland is a country where things works.
All right.
In Finland, if you don't have electricity in your house, you can sue police. If you don't have water, you can sue police. So fundamental human rights are observed there.
Okay,
I want him to be extradited to Nigeria.
Well, Nigeria and Finland has no extradition treaty whatsoever, and you already know how our justice system in this part of the world is.
Interpol is handling this case.
Well, are you sure the Finnish government, like you said, is not like the Nigerian government? I'm sure you've seen how the case of Nnamdi Kanu has been handled. The international community are observing, and when it comes to the handling of fundamental human rights, it's very poorly done here. So do you think the Finnish government would observe whatever measures or plea from the Nigerian government for him to be extradited if there is no extradition treaty?
My prayer is that Nigerian government should continue to work on this for him to be extradited and be dumped into an underground cell in Nigeria.
Don't you think that if he is, extradited or repatriated to Nigeria, that you will have the same situation of uprising, just like that of Nnamdi Kanu?
Which
uprising where you see supporters saying, "Oh, release him," otherwise you declare sit at home or destroy properties. A couple of people don't want him back home here. They want the Finnish government to do what they can do objectively as possible.
Anybody in Nigeria that will want to make a case for Simon Ekpa is a criminal.
So you're saying that all his supporters are criminals?
Are criminals.
You're literally saying that all the supporters of Simon Ekpa are criminals. So you don't believe
Igbos stand behind Nnamdi Kanu. Nnamdi Kanu is fighting for Igbo cause.
So
Simon Ekpa is a criminal. Simon Ekpa is an enemy of Ndi Igbo.
So you're saying that the Igbos who are supporting Simon Ekpa are criminals?
100%.
So if at all an extradition treaty is actually signed with the Nigerian government,
I will be the happiest. I'll be the happiest.
But you don't think that would create more unrest or whatever that may
whoever is supporting him is a criminal.
So you're literally conscribing the multitude of persons who are in support of him as criminals.
They are deluded. They are criminals.
There's a difference between somebody being deluded and someone being an active criminal. When somebody is deluded, the person is not conscious of what they're doing. They've been brainwashed. And so when someone is brainwashed, whatever it is you tell them to do, they do. But when you say someone is criminal, that means within their senses, they actively committed a crime. So which one do you represent? Which one are you referring them as?
Both. For somebody to be in Finland and tell you in Nigeria to kill somebody and you kill somebody is delusion.
Okay.
Understand me? Is delusion. Understand?
All right. Mr. Peter Anosike, I will say thank you very much for taking your time and sharing your perspective with us on the World News at 6. I sincerely do appreciate your input. Apparently, there are a couple of issues I would have loved us to discuss, but the World News, we're out of time, so I would appreciate us having to wrap up now. Mr. Peter Anosike, thank you so much for taking your time and being with us on the World News at 6.
Thank you for having me.
Thank you very much.